And welcome back to How to Be a Great Broadcaster on Any Platform. Again, I'm Mark Clark, and this is our second lesson. Now, in our first lesson, we talked about finding your voice. Who are you? Who am I? That's the first question we asked you to ask. We asked you to ask yourself, who am I? And now in this lesson, I'll do a couple things here. First of all, again, for those who don't know my history, I'm a 30-year radio guy. And yes, I have a face for radio. I should have shaved. Anyway, 30-year radio guy. I've done mornings most of my career. Morning radio is great because it really is a connection. I think that's probably my strong point, is connecting with the audience. And, so for our lesson 2, there's 2 points that I want to flesh out. Number 1. Now, this is interesting because I'm not a podcasting expert. I'm not a Facebook Live expert, but I'm just going to give you information and you can use it how you want to use it. Now, in radio, we were taught that you're talking to one person. So in radio, you say, hello, how are you? You're talking to one person. It's not, hey, y'all, or everybody, or what's up, folks? Radio is very intimate. And so all my years in radio, I always strive to talk to one person. Now, television is different. Good morning, folks. It's like a shotgun, and it's like, you're talking to, it's like you have a room full of people, you have a nation full of people. So television is not as intimate as radio when it comes to that. But the question becomes, with these new platforms, what rules do you use there? I probably use the radio rules, still using the talking to one person. I notice when people, on the live streaming, when people are waiting for people to get on, and they'll say, I'm waiting, I want to get more people to come on. As a radio guy, that kind of drives me crazy. I believe you just got to boom, talk to that one person, and then everybody else comes along. I believe, for podcasts, I envision somebody who listens to your podcast and maybe walks or exercises to it every day. And again, that's why I like the one-on-one piece. But again, you don't have to do that. I just wanted to give you that information. You can use it how you want to use it, okay? So that's the first point. Second point is probably the most important one. What are you going to talk about? What's your subject? Picking your subject. What do you want to talk about? Now, in radio, especially music radio, I came up in a generation, sadly, that it used to be about personality for radio hosts, and then music became the star. And with music being the star, they kind of pushed out personality, and they reduced talking time. And they would basically say, you talk too much. Nobody wants to hear all that. But what's funny is podcasting is showing that people do want to hear content. Content is always king. But what are you saying? You got to be saying something. And so as you pick your subject, you pick your topic, you pick, what your podcasts are going to be about, or your broadcasts, whatever you're doing. I say pick something you're passionate about. Pick something that you're passionate about. Either you really know the topic, you really know the subject, and you want to share that information. You really want to know the topic, a subject, and you're inquiring about it like everybody else would be, but you really are fanatical, passionate, really into it. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody trying to see some mediocre, non-passionate, lukewarm, milquetoast podcast. Passion, energy, excitement. That's what people want. Insight, content. Tell me something I don't know. And back to what we talked about, knowing who you are, delivering it in the way that you would do it. And that's what's going to make your podcast or make your presentation, whatever platform it's on, special, And so, here's the thing about podcasts, especially, the more niche, niche, whatever, the more specific, the better. You know, you do a podcast. I do a podcast on how to paint my big toe. I've got a million, see, it's like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you're talking about. There's people out there who want to know. As long as you're giving good information, you're entertaining, you're passionate, there's an audience for you, There's an audience for you. So the smaller the niche, the better, because that, in that specific space, there are fewer people who are experts or who are passionate about it. So, no matter how outrageous it is, boom, you can do that, and I think that's a good thing. And a lot of times you'll happen upon a podcast about something you didn't think you're interested in, but it's really interesting. Something I look at what's the TV show with the popping the stuff? What's it called? When she pops the pimples? Huh? Who would ever, what? Dr. Bump, what's her name? Dr. Papa Pimple? There's a whole, millions of people are interested in popping pimples. Who knew? Who knew? If that's out there, who knows what's else out there? You could be the next person that does that. So find your subject, passion, energy, information, and just being inquisitive about it. Now, for those who have podcasts or have a platform with many different people, I just quickly want to say, let's, in radio, they're saying, it's in media in general, keep it simple, stupid. What does that mean? Keep it simple. Don't make it too complex. And if you have multiple people talking, don't talk over each other. You have to really work out how you're going to deliver your information, because when there's multiple people, it makes it more complex. And there's nothing worse than just hearing a whole bunch of people laugh over each other and talk over each other. And a lot of times you can't hear the point. So be very conscious of that if you have multiple people on your presentation. And again, don't make it too hard to understand. Make it easily digestible. Now, if your topic is a complex topic, or it's purposely complex, well, that's different, of course. Obviously, your podcast is about, how to make things complex. Well, that's different. But I'm just saying, in general, make it concise, make it tight, make it clear, make it easily understood, make it, and again, if you have multiple people, be conscious of what it sounds like. That's why you need to listen to your project after you're done always. Then you can always know where you are, what you need to work on, what you need to improve, what's the strong point, what's the weak point, all those things. All right. That's lesson number 2. I hope you enjoyed it. Please watch it, share it, follow me, and I'll keep this party going. If you have any questions or comments, please put them on my, on my page, or of course you can email me at mark@markclarkemedia.com, marc@markclarkemedia.com. All right. See you next time.